Hello, 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 fans. We're back.
Back.
This is your man, the proprietor, CEO of Zilla Sports Network, one Kwafo Adakwa. You know me in the DFS streets and the sports betting streets at Spartanzilla. My man D Stro over here, Davis rocking and rolling. We are bringing you season two, not one, season two of the Thickest Thieves show, walking you through the world of sports gaming. Man, Distro, how you been? How was your off season, man? What was going on with the off season?
Well, I'm offended right now first because defending season one champion Distro in the house.
I'm getting old, man. You don't see the gray because they got a nice
disrespect.
You don't see the gray. I got
disrespect.
to give you your flowers. They say give you your flowers when you're here, so I got to give you the flowers. I apologize.
I mean, batting 600. When I'm picking, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be invited back. I'm surprised you even wanted me back after the shellacking I put on you last year. But
New year,
we're here.
New year.
We're gonna make some money. Have a great college football season, and we're back.
New year, new attitude. Fans in the stands. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens with everything. Everybody out there, we definitely want to say, have you guys stay safe. If you're going to these games or whatnot, we know what time it is out there in the public, but we're happy. We were just talking about a pre-show, seeing fans, seeing the stadiums, back and rolling. We got a full slate, knock on wood. None of these games gets canceled and derailed by COVID, but we're back, baby. We're in there. So a little bit different format this season. We definitely want you guys to like, subscribe, check us all out. Zilla Sports Networks, full sports, one-stop shop. We talk DFS, we talk sports betting, we talk general hodgepodge of discussion that people want to talk about in sports and other things through our Discord. We have a website, www.zillasportsnetwork.com. That's the where to go to get access into the Discord. That's where all the magic's at. That's where you're going to get minds like myself, Distro, other guys for various sports, just walking through how to be a better DFS player, how to be a better sports bettor, and just how to be better in general, you know what I'm saying, as you watch these games and make a little scratch on the side. So ZillaSportsNetwork.com, where you go to sign up, $9.99 a month. Bro, I can't even go to Starbucks out the door off of that. That's all we're charging a month.
He drinks at Starbucks, and
you can't
zero return.
And you're gonna get the goodness from folks you see in front of your screen and others. So check it out. Check us out. You won't be sad that you did it. We love to see you. So new format for the show. 3 games. We're gonna go over 3 games of importance that we think people are gonna look around. We didn't get a chance to do the Thursday night games because they're going on as we're taping. Some crazy stuff going on in the Twin Cities and in places like Knoxville right now. But
I got Minnesota though. Don't tell anybody. I got Minnesota.
Roll the boat.
See what happens. When this gets posted, we'll see if we got to cut that or I'll let you know. We'll leave it in or cut it depending on what happens.
We're
rowing, flecking the boys.
We'll go over these 3 games that I think people are going to enjoy. And then we'll give you, as Distro brought to you last season, it's coming back, renewed vigor, the 401k lock. That's the one. Put the house, put the retirement fund on. He's got it free tonight. You know how he does.
Well, it's the 401k lock of the week is carrying over. We have to say, us as Zilla Sport, we do this responsibly. We put our entire 401k that we've worked our entire lives for in one game responsibly, and everything we do is responsible. However, I think was batting about 900 on my 401k locks last year.
Verifiable.
We might just start rolling over IRAs into it this year, stock options, you name it. But right now, we're going to still work with the 401k lock of the week.
Again, as Distro said, please do this responsibly. This is entertainment, folks. But sometimes we have conviction, man, and we just like, hey, you got to go ahead and bet the farm on it. So the 401k lock has reemerged for the 2021 season. Love to see it, as the kids say in the streets. All right, you ready to do this?
I've been waiting for so long. Let's rock
All
it.
right, let's start with a bang. These are two heavyweights in the top 5 in the country. The Clemson Tigers and the guy I'm not a fan of, Dabo Swinney, leads his boys in to face Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. Current line right now sitting at Clemson's 3-point favorite in this one. Distro, walk me through kind of your thinking on this game, some things to look for, and kind of where you're landing.
So for me, if I see Georgia, the line has been kind of moving, fluctuating from 3 + 3 + 3.5 for Georgia. From my perspective, I just love getting a field goal with a great team like Georgia, no matter who they're playing. I think this game's going to really come down to which quarterback makes the most plays, makes the biggest plays, the most winning plays, probably at the end of the game. And I just like JT Daniels to have a day. I really do. So in terms of the two teams, I think the rosters are absolutely stacked. Obviously, you're gonna get that when both of these powerhouses come to play. Extremely talented, up and down. But I think it kind of week one, it kind of washes out, and it's going to come down to the quarterback play. And I just really like what JT Daniels has to offer. And I think he's going to have a fantastic day. Look for him to throw for over 400 yards. I know that's maybe a little abnormal in the Georgia offense, with all these running backs. It's basically running back over the past, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years. But I do like this JT Daniels kid to throw for over 400 yards, have a fantastic game. And I actually like Georgia money line here. I'm not going to offer that as my pick. I'm going to take the points in week one if you're going to give it to me. So I am Georgia +3. If it keeps moving to 3.5, keep doubling down on that. Especially if you're getting that field goal, the extra half point's huge. But hey, if we push at the field goal, I'm happy with that as well. So Georgia, give me the points.
Yeah, that's pretty brave to not. You almost wanted to go money line. I may be able to coerce you in the money line on Georgia. I think I tend to agree with you. The quarterback play is going to be key in this game. DJ Ugalele, I think I got it right, from Clemson. We could go with DJ.
I was too afraid to even try, so I didn't.
Ugalele, but he was fantastic in relief for Trevor Lawrence last year. He's got not as many weapons. Clemson doesn't have as many offensive weapons to start. You got Justin Ross. They're still trying to replace Travis Etienne in the backfield, so it's gonna be a little different. Offensive scheme is about the same, and they have talent, but it's not the same. It's gonna take some time to gel. You said it's week one. That's gonna be important on the Clemson side, but I really feel like if Georgia's gonna get it done at any point in any season, it's got to be this season. They have the Hogs on the defensive line. Their front seven is nightmarish. They're aggressive. They have some dogs, being the Bulldogs. I tend to agree with your take on Daniels in terms of he's got a good aptitude for the position. He has some weapons to work with. They have a stable of running backs. He can make a couple plays. I don't know if I'll go to 400 yards. I wouldn't want to take that as a prop bet. But I think I'm with you on Georgia +3. I'm straight up go Georgia money line. I feel like this is the one slip up for Clemson this year. Neutral site game. Give me the Bulldogs +3. So I'm with you on that, and I'm even going to go money line on that. So Georgia, Clemson, a fun way to. That's like the middle of our crazy run here of 5 days of college football. So.
Look for more of an air raid out of Georgia than you've seen in the past. That's what I'm feeling. So, yeah, I know 400's a ton. I said it, and I said it out loud, and it's on tape. However, it's going to be a new feel. I feel like they're going to put the ball in his hand, in the quarterback hands, more than we've seen in the past. So, just something to think about when you're out there. It's going to be a new look offense.
For sure. So I think we're aligned on Georgia +3. I'm taking money line there. You're gonna stay away. Let's go to another big time matchup. This is top 15. You have the defending, pretty much undisputed, ridiculous Death Star coming out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and the Crimson Tide as almost 3 touchdown favorites, 19.5 at last look. 19.5 point favorites against the U and the Hurricanes of Miami with De'Aaron King coming back. Very interesting matchup. Miami has put a lot into the season. They feel like they could be back. They could be a once proud, university and football program. They think they're going to be back on the rise again. A funky way to start your season against the Dogs, the biggest of the big in the sport. Distro, walk me through where you're feeling out with Crimson Tide, Hurricanes on Saturday.
401k lock of the not the week,
Oh,
the year.
oh, oh, oh.
Zilla.
Hey man, I'm too old.
No,
Give me a stroke out here. Don't chill out.
I have never been more confident in one of my wagers in my life. And the average Joe will look at this and go, Miami on the rise again. De'Aaron King, talented, 19 points, week 1. Oh my gosh, how could you not take the points? You run the opposite way. And I don't care. I think this line, honestly, should be close to more of 24. Alabama.
24.
20. I personally, I have Alabama by 4 touchdowns. This is the quintessential pick where Vegas is begging. They're begging you to fall into the Miami trap that we've all fallen into around all the hype, probably over the last decade of, is the U back? Are they finally back? Oh, they've got De'Aaron King. He's a transfer. Oh my gosh, he's so talented. Alabama going to blow out. You will be in awe by Alabama's defense come game time. Best linebacking core maybe ever assembled in college football. And it's kind of weird. Sure, they're the Death Star. They are undeniably the number 1 team in the country. But I feel like they don't have as much hype around them as years past. It's just another Alabama team. I think you will be floored by the Alabama defense, and their linebackers and their front 7 will make De'Aaron King a pocket passer, and they'll contain him. And that's the one thing De'Aaron King cannot turn into in this game for Miami is a pocket passer and just sit there like a sitting duck, frankly. So I love Alabama here. I think Vegas is just begging you to go with Miami in the points. They're willing to hand you all those points because they know they've got more in their back pocket. Alabama, 28 points. If you can even give points back, do it. Miami's offense, talented, sure. ACC talent. This is not Alabama talent. Lock of the year.
Spitting hot fire week 1 out the gate. Bet your farm, bet your retirement. Alabama. My man said 4 touchdowns today. 4 touchdowns, or on Saturday, 4 touchdowns. Now, I had one way I was thinking about this game. Listening to your discussion, and then I heard Booger McFarland earlier today on a podcast I was listening to, and some other guys. That Alabama defense you described sounds ferocious, and actually that was what I kind of came away with today's kind of eval, listening to those podcasts, digging in at the returners, digging at the projected guys that are going to go in the first day in the NFL draft in the spring. Like, I'm actually kind of scared of Alabama's defense. I kind of, all week I've been walking up this, Miami, this is a chance for you to showcase. It's early season, you know what I mean? Just what you said, early season, De'Aaron King back from injury, this is their chance, their national spotlight, neutral site game. I think I'm with you, man. This is 2 for 2. I was thinking too many points. Miami, they're back, but I'm really afraid. I'm like clutching my pearl. If I had pearls, I would clutch them because Alabama's defense is nasty. I see a potential trip up later in the season when they get to play A&M and potentially Auburn. but probably more likely A&M, and that's it. And that's only, the defense is going to be solid. It's just a matter of if their offense can kind of catch up. They lost a lot with Devontae Smith leaving, and Najee Harris leaving, and Mac Jones leaving. Um, and Bryce Young, he signed a big deal, the big NIL deal. And
$1 million guy, man. $1 million guy.
But you better show up and show out. But I think I'm with you. I think Bama's defense is going to give Derek King fits. Miami has skill position. They have speed, right? South Florida speed. But Bama's on another level. Defensively, I really think they're going to be up to the task. I think you're right. Like, for being a returning, defending national champion, for having the greatest coach in the sports history, for having talent all over the place, they're kind of like a little bit under the radar as national champions. So this smells fishy. This line smells fishy. Watch the movement on this line. Let's roll Tide. Once
it's fishy, there's a reason why it's fishy.
This seems
sure. Alabama's offense, me and you, we don't know, and the world doesn't know. But you're telling me that Alabama's reload of talent year after year can't put up 35 points a game? I think you're crazy, because defense will at max let up one touchdown.
Yeah, that this defense, we're going to be in for a treat this whole season with Alabama's defense. Okay, so we're aligned there on the first.
Which I don't like. I'm not sure if I like that we're aligned.
I don't know. Yeah,
I guess myself a little bit.
So for our final game, Distro and I are proud graduates of the nation's premier land grant institution. So sometimes we have a little bit of bias on this. We'll cop to that. It's a Friday night special. It's in the northern Chicago suburbs, a beautiful, bucolic Evanston, Illinois. Our Michigan State Spartans, led by Coach Mel Tucker in the second season, going against Northwestern Wildcats and the Fighting Pats Fitzgeralds. Northwestern a 3-point favorite right now at time of taping. Distro, walk us through what's going to happen tomorrow night, Friday night in Evanston.
This hurts. It hurts. I mean, here's what I'll say about our Spartans. We're on the right track.
Okay.
It's not going to be as atrocious as last year offensively for us. I think we take baby steps forward. It will not be as bad as some of the offense we've seen either last year or the years prior leading up to us departing with D'Antonio. That said, who's the starting quarterback tomorrow night? Is it Peyton Thorne? I don't know. No one knows.
They know. Coaches know.
They know. Yeah. But when you don't know, it kind of turns my blinkers on a little bit of this position's not solidified. These are all either young recruits or transfers that we really don't know much about. But something I do know is that Northwestern is coached soundly and they're at home and it's only a field goal. That's the depth of my analysis, because I don't know what I'm going to get out of Michigan State, but I know that out of Northwestern, I'll get a very well-coached team at home on a Friday night, and it's just a field goal. And that's the depth of my analysis. So I am taking the Wildcats at home. I hope that I am incredibly wrong and we're able to put up more points than I think we're capable of. I think the defense will be fine. I think we'll be an average defensive team in the country. But there's really not much on that offensive side of the ball. There's really not.
All right, Distro, just for the viewers, we are not going to agree on this game, and here's why. I'm gonna get sound effects before the end of the season, so we roll it through there. You might be hearing that knock.
Mm-hmm.
Tuck coming. Coming.
He is the boy, man. He's the man.
So Michigan State is gonna surprise a lot of people this season. I got them pegged for 7 wins. Thorne, Russo, okay, whoever is quarterback, I think they're gonna have competency at the position, and they'll get that figured out. I don't know it'll be one quarterback the whole way, but I think in this opener, They have confidence in the position. They've got talent with a transfer portal. Kenneth Walker at tailback is a stud. I saw him at the spring game. He's built for the part to be a D1 starting tailback. Reed and Naylor on the outside are at least second team All Big Ten, maybe third team All Big Ten. There's some talented players there. The key, as always, has been with the MSU program is the offensive line going to hold up. They have some transfers. They have some people. They think they have a left tackle, and Horst, the transfer from Arkansas State. They got some pieces, man. And I think people are sleeping. The 2-5, the COVID year. You do recall they beat these Wildcats last year. They also beat our friends in Ann Arbor as well. And there's some games that look really bad, but you have to think about all what was happening last year, right? It was an unprecedented year. I think what I've seen from the practices I've been able to see, the actual physical changes in these human beings, right? These guys are different. They look different. Like some of the guys that are returning, and the roster's revamped. Tuck's coming. It's going to be basically a home game. We all got friends that live in Chicago that are Spartan alums. They're going to take over that thing. Who's a quarterback at Northwestern, right? You got the Washington State transfer, and then you don't have really anybody of note in the backfield. How's Northwestern going to move the ball? If you say that MSU's offense is changed defense is going to be at least passable and middle of the pack in the country, that's enough. Opening night, Friday night party. People are going to go to Rush Street afterwards. They're going to go to the Loop. Give me MSU +3. You know what? Give me.
Oh, don't do it.
A money line tomorrow. Money line tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Have faith, Bistro. Come on, man.
I have zero faith now.
That's okay. That's why we're doing
it. It took a near perfect game to beat Northwestern last year.
Yeah.
I will cheer for money line, even though I took Northwestern. I will be cheering my butt off for that money line hit.
It's coming home, baby. It's coming home, money line. So, before we go over the review, any other sleepers you got? Any other sneaky plays you have on the board? I have one, but any sneaky things you see on the Saturday night or Saturday afternoon action?
I'm looking at my slate here. I like Florida Atlantic, believe it or not, just because the Owls return a ton of starters.
Sure.
And the points, they're getting a ton of points. I don't know what the line is at. Last time I checked it, we're double digits.
Yeah.
Do you have the?
I'll look. Keep vamping. I'll look.
So they added a transfer quarterback, former Miami quarterback. Florida has a new quarterback taking over for Kyle Trask, unproven. I just like the veteranness of FAU. And on week one, when the swamp is going to be crazy, no doubt. But when you get two Florida teams going at it, it's going to be feisty. It's a rivalry. It means a lot. Anytime I get those teams going, especially in week one, when it's going to be a little more sloppy than normal, I like the veteran team and I like the points. So anytime I can get points in a rivalry game like that, especially week one with a veteran team versus an unproven quarterback, I'm all over FAU on that.
So FAU is a 23-point underdog, 23 and a half, 23 and a hook at the swamp.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. I would still probably take that even closer to 21, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I just like a veteran team. Yeah, the swamp's gonna be nuts, but hey, it's Florida. They're gonna be going at it just kind of like a backyard brawl type of situation. So hey, Florida Atlantic.
All right, my sneaky play will surprise nobody, right? Who knows me? It involves those guys in the maize and blue down the road from us. They're 17-point favorites against the Western Michigan Broncos. Are you kidding me? Is there anything done that shows that they should be 17-point favorites over Bishop Norman, right? They shouldn't even be over that fake high school. They shouldn't be.
Yeah, in Ohio, yeah.
So Give me the Broncos, man. Let me get the Broncos plus 17 all day long. Take those points. I'm not crazy enough to go money line because it isn't the big house, and they'll find a way to win. But 17 is too many points for a team that returns great starter and LB at the quarterback, receivers and running back, some talent, some high level MAC talent. Give me Western plus 17. Come on, all day.
I love that pick, and I didn't even. We talked about sneaky picks. I just thought it was a normal pick because I think it's so. I didn't even think it was sneaky because that is the right pick.
Yeah.
Michigan is horrific.
Yeah.
And is a fine football team.
Yeah,
So
Western is gonna probably win the MAC again. Very talented group of guys down in Kalamazoo. So to review, we've got we're aligned in our first game. We got the Bulldogs and the points. I've got them in the Alabama Miami game. We are aligned that it's going to be a roll tide kind of Saturday with my Alabama covering. In the MSU Northwestern special, Distro's taking the Wildcats and the 3 points. I am taking the underdog Spartans and their 3 points to cover and on the money line as well. Our sneaky play, FAU, the Owls going up against the Gators. That's Distro's sneaky play. The 23 and a hook, he's got them. And then I have got the Fighting Western Michigan Broncos taking on Michigan and covering that big number of 17. Any parting shots, man, for our first? It's good to be back. Our first show back in season 2. Any parting shots for the group?
I'm just happy to be back. That's it. That's all I got. Week 1. It's just good to be here, man. Let's go. Let's have a great.
It's good. It's good to be seen here, to have our health. Well, we chop it up all throughout the year, so it's good to be back. Season 2 is going to be bigger than season 1. Some special surprises later in the year for sure. As we pointed out, ZillaSportsNetwork.com. Go there, start seeing what we've been doing, kind of in the DFS space and the sports betting space. You want to sign up, you want to be a member to get all the cool picks, get the insight. We have a whole sheet. Distro knows we broke down probably about 15 games for the members in there. A mere $9.99 a month. Come on, man, you ain't gonna find a better price than that anywhere. On Twitter, we're at Zilla Sportsnet, Zilla Sports Network on Instagram as well. So for my man Distro, I'm Spartan Zilla. Thick as Thieves, season 2, episode 1 in the books. Be easy, guys.